Hello again, my name is Gabe Zollner. This is the 9th of June 2017. You know what happens for pretty much all of the month of August? Huh? Well, what happens during the month of August is that your local representatives will be local. Yeah, they take the entire month of August off. You know why? Because it gets hot and humid in DC. Prior to 1948, when they did have air conditioning, it made sense. But they've had air conditioning since 1948. But you know what's the most difficult thing to take back? A benefit that you've given someone for 70 years. Yeah, all these jerk-off politicians get the entire month of August off. What do they do when they're in Washington? Well, according to Representative Jolly, J-O-L-L-Y, they spend between 20 and 30 hours a week telemarketing. Yeah, they cross some Capitol buildings, they go to a boiler room, and they go telemarketing. They get $175,000 a year, plus staffs, plus offices, plus ridiculous expenses. And they have to be in Washington less than 100 days a year. The rest of the time, they're with their constituents or globetrotting. Now, what did we see from this hearing that took place? Well, what we saw was the dog and pony show. Caught a little bit of Rush Limbaugh coming back from the gun range this morning. And he was pretty upset because he said they all knew, all the Democrats knew that Trump wasn't being investigated. Yet they kept pretending as if though he was being investigated, when they knew that he wasn't. Even that worthless Chuck Schumer, you know, Chucky, yeah, he still stayed on it right to the very end. What else did we see? Well, I saw the senator from the great state of Arizona pretty much fall apart. Rambled, muttered to himself, was totally incoherent, had no idea what the hell he was even talking about. You don't think we need term limits? You don't think that there should be a cutoff age for people to be lawmakers? You telling me that Nancy Pelosi hasn't lost her mind? You're telling me that Maxine Waters hasn't lost her mind? How about Chucky Schumer? You don't think that he's lost his mind? How about Mitch McConnell? Pillowface. You don't think McConnell's lost his mind? The thing's a complete joke. You've heard me say this numerous times. You can't find another industry where people their age have so much responsibility and control over so many people, and they don't know what the hell they're talking about. I'll guarantee you that if they were analyzed by competent psychiatrists, they wouldn't pass. If they were drug tested, whether they're illegal, legal, many of them wouldn't pass. They drug test you, but we can't drug test them. Don't you think maybe the attorneys that are out there, like Larry Klayman or Tom Fitton from Judicial Watch, you don't think that maybe they should put together some petitions and have these people drug tested, evaluated for their mental incompetence? I mean, what are we waiting for? You know what really irritates me? There's a lot that really irritates me. I'm a retiree. You know what Obama gave us? $2. You know what he gives to Muslims? They get housing, free medical, and they get more in benefits, financial benefits from the government than we do, having worked our entire lives and paid taxes. The thing's a complete joke. An absolute complete joke. Members of Congress, Senate, the thing's a joke. They're telemarketers. That's what they do, 20 to 30 hours a week. They telemarket. You don't believe me? Go Google Representative Jolly, Jolly, in 60 Minutes. The whole thing is insane. The system doesn't work. We have people in positions of power like Dianne Feinstein that should be in an old folks home. Bernie Sanders, he's nuts. Chucky Schumer, he's nuts. Maxine Waters, she's nuts. Nancy Pelosi, she's nuts. Tell me where I'm wrong. $175,000 a year, plus staffs, plus expenses, plus offices, plus this, plus that, and they don't do anything. They go and they vote party line. That's what they do. They vote. So who needs them? They don't vote what's good for the state or good for the people of their state. They vote party line. Period. And then you got the rhinos like McCain. Folks, we're in a real world of hurt. And this whole dog and pony show with James Comey, that proved that. I was coming back in the car from the gun range, and I'm listening to Rush Limbaugh. He's all upset. They all knew, the Democrats all knew, that Trump was not being investigated. But that's not what they said. Yeah, we can't have that until we get this behind us. Having a special counsel, what's that going to do? Comey worked for the guy, and the guy's a joke. He's a political hack insider. Folks, wake up. Please, wake up. Write to the president. Tell him he's got to clean house. We've got to start over again. Look at this Blumenfeld guy, Richard Blumenfeld. What did he say? Yeah, that was chilling. What I heard Comey say about Trump was chilling. What was also chilling was when you lied to the American people and said that you were a war hero. You weren't even in the war. You had 5 deferments. You should go to prison. There's a crime you committed, the Valor Act. But the people in his state, they elect these jackasses to key positions. Look at McCain, for Christ's sake. The guy is nuts. I'm rambling. I apologize. Write to these attorneys. Ask them to get off their asses and do something. Ask President Trump to do something. Ask Jeff Sessions to do something. It's time some of these high-profile criminals get arrested and pay for their crimes. That's sort of what I think. And you know why I think what I think, don't you?